Yo, what up buddies? Welcome back, Beak here. So guys, I mentioned this in the last Clan Wars video. 2 stars do not win wars. You have got to get some 3 stars if you are gonna win for your clan. And this is most important when you're Town Hall 8 and Town Hall 9. It's where you kind of build your skills. It's where you learn your 3-star skills. And hogs are a great way to get started. So for those of you who are just coming up, or those of you who are seasoned veterans, today we're going to talk about hog strategy. There is multiple ways to do a Hog Rider 3-star. Those of you who are advanced know this. You can do the good old hog spam, where you just throw your hogs, throw some heals, kaboom, you win, hopefully. But there's also a surgical hog style, which you're going to do on more advanced bases that have double giant bombs. And that is the deciding factor, by the way. Some people say to me, how do I know when to use surgical hogs? It's when the base has double giant bombs. This base here, I knew that it didn't, because somebody else had already attacked it. Somebody else attacked this base and got like 80% 1-star, so I knew almost where every single bomb was, and there were no double giant bombs. So we can just basically spam our hogs, boom. So up there we dragged the clan castle, which was very easy to lure. This is a perfect base to be attacking. I mean, look at this. The Archer Queen was almost on the outside, the clan castle was almost on the outside, and the defenses are really close together. That's another good thing when you're looking to hog a base. If the defenses are really close together, it makes it very, very easy, because one heal spell will cover like 6 defenses. So I dropped some giants here on the bottom left, and that's something you're going to see me do in basically any hog raid. It's very important in a surgical hog raid, because you're going to use those giants to distract, to kind of take some of the heat off of your hogs. In this case, I just did it to kind of distract that king and distract some of those defenses, but it wasn't vital here. It's actually not vital to have the giant. It just helps a lot. So there's the final heal. We put it on that blank space where there was 1 bomb. Didn't do anything. And now we good. We're in the clear. We're coming around 3rd base here, sliding into home, or maybe we're already home. I don't know. We already took out all the defenses, so I guess we're almost home. We're about to score a home run here. So this was a fun raid. Very fun. I mean, it's kind of unfair. This guy was pretty low level. You know, it's a fairly easy base because he didn't have his clan castle in the middle, his Archer Queen was in the middle, and he didn't have double bombs. But even then, I mean, like I said, when all the defenses are crammed next to each other like that, it makes it very easy. And traps, they're really the only thing that's going to help you versus hogs. Your traps are your savior. Your traps, your clan castle, and your queen are really your savior. So we'll talk about that in a future video, actually. Defending against hogs, it's a good idea for a video. But this one, it's in the bag. It's in the hole. He's gone. Boom. Done. So that was fun, though. 26 hogs, 3 heals. That's my favorite spell composition, by the way. I don't really like to use a jump unless I have to, because then I can use 3 heal and 1 rage. And that rage, maybe it's a waste, but I throw it down right in the beginning to help kill the queen. It's what I do. Okay, so now we're going to go into this base, and this one was a little harder, and this is a good example of using surgical hogs. Now look at the bottom here, and you can see that's a treacherous spot. This dude has a bunch of open spots here, and you know, there's obviously double giant bombs in there. There's 4 bombs right in that little area. So what I'm going to do is later in the raid, I'm going to drop 6 hogs right in that little area to clear it out and clear out the bombs. You guys are going to see it's going to be a close raid. This is, you know, this is going to be a real close raid, but it is going to work. That's what it's all about. You make a plan, you execute, you do your best, and hopefully you get the 3-star. It's not going to happen every time, but if you do things right, it'll happen quite often. So we have successfully lured our little buddy, the dragon here, over into the right corner, and we're going to take him out here and then proceed into the base, take out the enemy Archer Queen, as well as a bunch of other defenses. This is what it's all about here. This is the most important part. If this works, the raid is going to be easy. If this doesn't work, well, the raid is probably going to suck. So let's see what we can do. Our first golem there over on the top there, he took a bunch of hits. He's already almost dead, but we've got our king. Our king is coming in to save the day. He killed that enemy queen, and now it is game time. We're going to drop a jump spell. Now, I was hoping that jump spell would lead my troops into the core, kind of hoping they would take out an Expo maybe, but I couldn't look at them anymore because it is game time. Like I said, we dropped 1 giant to sort of take some of the heat off of our hogs, which are now coming in from the north. And you may have noticed I dropped 3 hogs on each defense. That's pretty standard. You drop 1 giant to distract, 3 hogs in each defense in the corners. You want to focus your hogs on the corners when you're doing a surgical hog raid. Imagine everybody coming in from the corners. If everybody comes in from the corners, they're going to focus into the middle, and in theory, it's going to work. Now, I did throw a few on that side archer tower there, but only 3. Most of the hogs are in the corners. Now, look at the bottom. This is a really important part. I put 6 hogs down there in a heal spell, just enough time so they could kill those defenses and take out those double giant bombs. And yes, we did it. We are free of the double giant bomb nightmare. That was a nightmare down there. 4 giant bombs right in one area, but thankfully, because they were in one area, we were able to take them all out with only 6 hogs. So I guess it was good. It wasn't a nightmare after all. So now we're basically through this base. We've got a king who's pretty suspect right now. He just ran over to the left there. Not really sure what's going on over there, but on the right, we're looking good. Oh, my queen's over there. Wow, awesome. So enemy king is down. We've got my queen running around being stupid, but she is cleaning up. Looks like we have 1 hog or 2 hogs in the core cleaning up, and yes, we have done it. So, you know, close raid. I would not call this a flawless raid done with time to spare, but it was good enough. It was good enough to get the win, you know, and that's all you really need. So I was definitely happy with it. Queen, full health. I would have been happier if my queen had gone into the base. It looks like she kind of stayed outside, and like I said, as soon as you drop your hogs, you can't look at your heroes anymore. You got to take your eyes off of them, and that's exactly what I do. I forget about my heroes, and if they do something stupid, then whatever. I can't control it anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's tough to look at everything in a hog raid, so just focus on what you need to do, which is the hog drop and the spell drop. That's really, you know, and then slowly here and there put some cleanup troops around the base. So next, guys, we've got another easy one, and this is I'm showing because this is going to be another surgical hog raid. Now, it may be easy, maybe low level defenses, but we can learn from this. So look right around the core and you'll see all those empty spaces. Looks like double giant bombs, right? I couldn't be sure. Nobody had attacked this base, so I had no idea if there were bombs in those spots or Teslas in those spots. Turns out there was no double giant bombs in this base, but I rated it as if there were. If I go in from the corners here with 1 giant to distract and then about 6 to 9 hogs in each corner, it doesn't matter if there's double giant bombs. I will survive either way. So let's watch, guys, and see what happens. We're dragging out the clan castle, dragging out the dragon. Why do I keep saying that? It's so lame, but it just like comes out. Anyway, we've dragged out the dragon, and now we're taking him out. Now I made a weird decision here to put my archer queen on the left to take out the dragon and put my king on the right to take out the enemy queen. I have no idea why I thought this. Normally, you don't want to really break up your heroes. I think they work best in a pair. They're meant to be together. They're lifelong partners. Keep them together. But in this case, they broke up. My king's going to go off to the right and be an idiot. And my queen is on her own in the middle, but she does have some golems. Yeah, should be all right. So there's my trusty rage spell. It's not really doing that much. It's only covering my queen, so it's not really doing much. So here we go, hog time. Okay, we dropped a giant. It's gonna hit a spring trap. Woo! But it tagged for us for a little bit, and see how the hogs are coming in from the corners. Now, it's such an easy base, it's hard for me to show, you know, the merits of this strategy, but you'll see, even if I had hit some double giant bombs, say on the top there, only 5 or 6 of my hogs would be dead. And I would still have this other group that's on the bottom right now. And that's the whole thing about surgical hogs. If some of your hogs hit up double giant bombs, whatever, you're only going to lose 5 or 6 instead of 20. That's the whole idea, guys. So when you take on a base that you know has double giant bombs, that's when you go for this more advanced strategy. If it does not, just spam and go, baby. Just overwhelm that base, and either way, you know, you're going to get the 3-star if you execute the raid well. Now, guys, there's something kind of in between these two strategies that I do sometimes. This might be considered more of just a spam raid because he's just going to rely on spamming. But we're going to put the hogs in 2 locations, 2 completely different locations. Now, you'll see what I mean in a minute. This I kind of do when I feel like I have no other option. Now, from watching a replay, I saw that this guy had double giant bombs right there with the Archqueen standing in between the queen and the air sweeper. So I know I have to attack from this side to take out those bombs. I didn't know where the other double giant bombs are, so I assumed they were on the opposite side. That's what people usually do. They put them on opposite sides. So we're going to start on this side, and then we're going to hope... I can't even describe it. You guys are just going to have to watch. So just watch. After we kill the enemy clan castle and the enemy archqueen, watch what happens. We're going to drop the hogs in 2 locations, and hopefully they're going to avoid those bombs. Now we're dropping them from 2 sides of the base, completely opposite of each other. We're going to drop a heal spell right away because they're kind of in range of, you know, some hairy defenses here. We've got some X-bows, some cannons, and wizard towers, and all those are pretty, you know, deadly to hogs. So far we've not hit the double bombs, and that means they are in fact up top. So the idea here is they're gonna meet and then at the same time finish with the final defense. Now I'll admit this is kind of risky. That's why I said it was kind of my last option here, and you could have just done this with a normal surgical hog, but look, it worked. So guys, sometimes you can do this, you know, you can try to have your hogs meet right where the opposite double giant bomb is, and if it works just right, if the timing is perfect like it was there, boom, you're good. So somehow we narrowly avoided death, and now we are cleaning this base like a boss. This was fun. This was really fun. You know, I wasn't sure if this was going to work. I'll admit I kind of rushed into this raid. I was like, I think this might work, but I'm not really sure. It's worth a shot. And I'm psyched it worked because it's a good example for this video. It's just a good example of another way you can drop hogs. Dropping them in 2 locations also speeds up the raid, you know, because you got 2 groups, you know, starting from opposite sides. They're going to meet in the middle fairly quickly. And it's true, in this raid, we did have a lot of time to spare. Plenty of time. And now, you know, with my archqueen still alive, easily cleaned up the base. So just another example, guys, you know, don't limit yourself on hogs. Don't let yourself think that you have to spam them all in one spot. In fact, I've found putting all your hogs in one spot is probably the most dangerous of any hog strategy. You got to at least drop them in different groups, you know, at least like 3 different groups. And it tends to help get through the base faster. It tends to help just in case you hit double giant bombs, and, you know, for a lot of reasons. Plus, it looks a lot cooler. It makes you look super legit if you're, like, tapping hogs all over the base like you're an expert. So, you know, look like an expert at least, guys. All right. Hope you guys liked this video. Hope you guys learned a little bit. Hog raiding, it's the key to learning how to 3-star, in my opinion, at Town Hall 8 and Town Hall 9. You guys, you all have hogs. Learn how to use them. They're a lot of fun. So if you guys did enjoy this video, let me know in the comments below. Really hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it for you. All right, guys, like I said, that is it for today, and I will see you next time. Peace.